Good morning, my dears. In grade 11 in Al Mujtama Private School, how are you? Is everything okay? Our lesson today is complete for present tense series, module 2, lesson grammar about present perfect tense. And our value for this week, as you know, which is altruism. Let's warm up with this starter, look at the pictures and write what have they done. To answer this question, I must present the present perfect simple, which is used for many cases. Let's start with the first one, to talk about an action which happened in the past, but the exact time is not mentioned. And here is a basic difference between the present perfect tense and the past simple. There is no time mentioned. For example, I have already done that. To talk about a state which started in the past and continues up to the present. Miriam has had toothache since yesterday. We are talking about a state which is presented in verb have. 3. To talk about an action that happened in the past and finished, but the results are obvious in the present. For example, I have just finished my project. Tim has washed his car, and there is evidence here it's clean. So, to complete your sentences in present perfect, let me present the form. Have or has plus past participle. Have with the plural subject and I. Has for only singular. For example, they have finished their homework. She has helped the boy. For present perfect simple statement, I have walked. For singular, he has swum. And how to make a question in the present perfect tense? Of course, you are going to start with verb to have. Have you walked? Has she swum? Or has he swum? Even if you want to make a WH question, start with WH question word, then verb to have, then the subject, then the past participle. What about the negative form? Put not after verb to have. They haven't walked. It hasn't swum. I have studied English for 3 hours. He has played football. They haven't eaten yet. We have gone to the cinema. Here are some time expressions which can help us. Just, yet, already, ever, never, before, and always. How long, for, since, recently, lately, once, twice, so far. Now test yourself. Make sentences using present perfect. My brother has won 5 math competitions since 2017. Number 2, we haven't been abroad so far this year. Let's start with exercise A, match the extract from the announcement on page 22-23 with the uses of the present perfect, simple from A to C. Number 1. Since then it has grown more and more popular with hundreds of thousands of fans worldwide. Which use is this? Excellent. It's C. Here, to talk about an action or state that started in the past and continues up to the present. The emphasis is on the outcome. Question 2. For example 2. This year at the Gosford Beach Hotel, we have set up the JB Law's property office. Which is this? Excellent. B. Which is to talk about an action or a state that started and finished in the past and the results are obvious, so the office is still there. 3. We are there to find any metal objects that have dropped into the sand. And actually, it presents the use A, to talk about an action or actions which happened in the past, but the time is not mentioned. Now let's move to exercise D. Use the prompts to make sentences using either the present simple, present progressive, or present perfect simple. Take your time and pause the video and write your own answers, then come back to me to check your answers together. Now, let me check. Number 1. My brother has won 5 math competitions since 2017. What about number 2? Excellent. We haven't been abroad so far this year. 3. At the moment. Exactly, it's progressive? Of course not. You have got a stative verb here, dear. So it will be simple present. I don't have any hobbies at the moment. 4. This weekend. Excellent, dear. It's progressive. In the question, are you visiting your grandmother this weekend? Question 5. How long do we need to wait until the bus arrives? Excellent, dears. Now, let's move to workbook. Choose the correct answers in workbook page number 20, exercise D. Then let's check together in the classroom. And now, let me say to you goodbye.